Chinese laborers that made the uniforms. And let me tell you something, if you pay somebody 60 cents a year to make uniforms, then they probably are going to miss a star or two. So, I love watching the female sprinters, the athletic form, particularly the female athletic form, is so beautiful to behold. Watching those runners run was poetry in motion. Of course, when they stopped, it's when I had a problem. I was like, "Woo, some of y'all need to keep running." Um, and Jamaica continues to turn out consistently wonderful sprinters. They are just dynamic and wonderful. From Usain Bolt, these cats can just run. So apparently, to beat them, we're gonna have to buy Jamaicans cars because they are determined to beat the hell out of us while they're sprinting. Um, and in other news, Mitt Romney, he picked, of course, Paul Ryan as his vice presidential running mate, and he did it on the battleship. I never understood what it was with Republicans and making announcements of national importance from battleships, because that worked out so well. Making an announcement from a battleship worked out so well for the last Republican president that did it. And he did it on a ship in Virginia. So there goes your chance of ever getting a lot of black people in the Republican Party, because there ain't no way in the fuck black people are getting on a boat with white people in Virginia. That just will never happen. Um, the I personally I've had a lot of fun. I have been doing a lot of press for the book. I Want You to Shut the Fuck Up. It's doing pretty well. I Want You to Shut the Fuck Up, and the audacity of hopes that are dopes, excuse me, that are ruining America. And I've gotten an opportunity to do a lot of press. I've had some very positive responses, and of course, some very negative ones. I think that it's important that every person, man, woman, be able to speak to a level of truth that they agree with. And it's a shame when being true to what you believe is edgy or controversial. I never thought that truth would be particularly edgy. I think that anybody has the right to express their opinion, and from their political vantage point or personal vantage point, I think you should always have an opinion that you feel safe expressing, as long as you're willing to take whatever consequences come from it. But we seem to be a country that is determined to script the narrative. In other words, you have to do what it is people that look like you think you should do. Like, for instance, people are proud, or the owners of Chick-fil-A are proud that they are closed on Sunday. And I've always found it particularly amazing that Sunday, which is supposed to be the most revered day and the most spiritual day, is the day that is also the most segregated. People worship with people that look like them, or think like them, or act like them. It's a shame that we seem to not be able to even see and appreciate people's differences, even on the day that is set aside to be the day where we speak to the Lord with the most collective voices. And apparently, not only is Chick-fil-A closed on Sunday, but a lot of hearts and minds are closed. I think that the best thing that anybody can do is to respect somebody's view. Um, Even if you believe or espouse to a certain religion, I think God gave us the freedom to decide whether we would believe in Him or not, to decide what kind of relationship that we would have in Him or not. And it's interesting that He would give us freedom to believe in Him or not, but that people won't. That people who espouse a certain particular ideology would would attempt to try to stop somebody else from expressing whatever viewpoint they have. It's just amazing that just because you believe in something means I have to, and if I don't believe what you believe, there's something wrong with you. And I think it's further evidence that we have become a less patient, less tolerant group of people. And that to me is to our great detriment. I think that it hurts us in almost every conceivable way. So I will be back next week. I'm D.L. Hughley, and this is, again, Notes from the GED section.